Hello and welcome to the Superscript New Comic Book Minute for the week of Checks Watch, it'll be Wednesday, August 10th. How was your weekend?
Good.
Great.
Yeah, ready to read some new books.
Heck yeah. Alright, well let's get into it. Nick, why don't you get us started and tell us what you're excited to read this week?
Let's see, we've got Mindset number 2 from Vault. Zach Kaplan writing this one. A tech geek accidentally discovers mind control, and things spiral from there. His technology gathers like a terrible cult following that he has to try to get under control, and so Mindset, if you like a dark futuristic series, then this is for you. We still got number 1 on the shelf, and that's number 2. Then we've got Rick and Morty, Crisis on C-137. This is a new number 1 by Ani Press. This is by Stephanie Phillips. I really like Stephanie Phillips' stuff a lot. Her work on Harley Quinn has been great. So usually I'm not especially drawn to the Rick and Morty series, but Stephanie Phillips writing it is going to make me want to check it out. So looking forward to that. Then we've got an original graphic novel by Magdalene Visaggio. This is Cold Bodies. If you're not familiar with Magdalene's work, she did Eternity Girl, which was one of our book club's books. She's done Kim and Kim, some other great stuff. And the art in this is by Andrea Moody of Maniac of New York. So very similar artwork to that, if you were a fan of the art in that, which is outstanding, and you were looking for a new horror series.
And that's like self-contained,
one-shot
kind
self-contained
of
original graphic novel. So very Cold
cool.
Bodies, $20 by Dark Horse Books. Cold Bodies, yeah. Then we've got Image number 1. We got The Deadliest Bouquet. So this actually sounds really cool. This is a mother who is a Nazi hunter, raised her, she's got 3 kids, and now they're kind of estranged, but the mother is murdered, so the 3 daughters have to come together and reconcile with one another and try to track down her, the killers, or solve her murder. And somewhere along the way, these kids, growing up, they were like trained in the art of espionage, probably to they were probably always on the run growing up, I would imagine, so they are probably all very trained at deadly acts as well, and I think one of them owns a flower shop, hence The Deadliest Bouquet. So that sounds interesting. Looking forward to that. Then in the world of Marvel, we got X-Men Legends. Every favorite era, it says. I thought it said everyone's, but every favorite era. So if you're looking for some classic X-Men stories set outside of the current continuity of X-Men, and you're just looking for some more of that classic Hulk with green shorts and Wolverine in his classic yellow and blue, then X-Men Legends might be for you.
Yeah.
Then we've got Deceased, War of the Undead Gods. This is a new one, Tom Taylor. This is going to be an 8-part series, more of the Deceased universe. They say it's the final chapter. The chapter begins, but we'll see. So yeah, all the DC stuff has been really great.
I mean, I'm not usually a sucker for I'm not a big zombie stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was interesting what Kirkman did with Marvel Zombies, but
sure.
By the second one, I was pretty checked out.
Yeah.
That you would not
Deceased.
have told me this was a book I would be able to get into, even though it is a Tom Taylor
Yeah,
book.
it's Tom Taylor, so hard to go wrong there. So yeah,
Good.
if you want to catch up on the other Deceased, we've got that on the collected volumes. So you can get into War of the Undead Gods here. Then I've got a few manga titles. We've got Cat Plus Gamer Volume 2. If you have not checked out Volume 1, and you are looking for a slice of life story in which a hardcore gamer has a new cat and has to learn how to live with a cat and take care of a cat, and you want some cute cat and gamer antics,
They purchased a ton of cat furniture.
Yeah, she has a lot of cat furniture in her gamer house. So yeah, that's Cat Plus Gamer. Then we've got a very special Bleach 20th anniversary reprinting of Volume 1. So this is the highly acclaimed series, seeing its 20th anniversary this year. So they decided to reprint the original volume with a nice new cover, nice new printing. So if you've never checked out Bleach, or if you just want a new shiny new edition of Volume 1 on your shelf, then I would highly recommend that. And then finally here for me, we got Berserk Deluxe Volume 11. I mean, I don't need to say too much about Berserk. You probably know about it. It's the dark fantasy. Yeah, it's the epic dark fantasy series by the late Kentaro Miura. This is volume 11 of these beautiful deluxe volumes. I think we have just about all the other previous volumes in stock still, so you can get caught up. They're an excellent read. It's just $50 for this enormous, heavy book that you could stop an intruder with as well. But hopefully it doesn't come to that. So that's what I'm looking forward to reading. What are you looking forward to reading, and what is the heaviest book that you have?
We could start with that.
Okay, yeah.
I was going to say, if you haven't read Berserk yet, don't start with number 11.
Yeah.
All right, so the heaviest thing I have, which, I mean, if we had to do battle only with books as weapons, I would lose on sheer weight, but I might have you on reach.
Yeah.
Because it's taller. But this is a very nice hardcover edition of actually what is like one rather thick comic. And then there's some new extra, like a new story included herein, new material that I believe only exists in these new editions of this that they've been doing. The Amazing Screw-On Head is about a robot that works for Abe Lincoln that solves paranormal crimes. It's one of my favorite Mike Mignola things outside of Hellboy, although it's very much of that general groove. But yeah, everybody should read The Amazing Screw-On Head. Even if you can't read, you should probably just look at The Amazing Screw-On Head, because it's some of my favorite art in comics. But yeah, this is a steal at like $40 for this like really nice library edition. I'm definitely picking up one of these things I'm looking forward to. We sold out the issues of this really fast, so I'm glad to be able to finally read in trade. But Orphan and the Five Beasts by James Stokey. Another just like, it's worth it for the art alone, but this is kind of like a kung fu tale. Your typical kind of revenge story. But James Stokey's art is unparalleled. It took a long time for this to come out, so reading it all at once is really nice, whether you followed the issues or not. Then we've got Ms. Marvel and Wolverine. I'm excited about this just because I just mainlined most of the Ms. Marvel show and really liked it. So more Ms. Marvel is good, and then it looks like Moon Knight shows up in here, and Venom, and Storm.
Just Ms. Marvel and Wolverine on that cover.
This is a very like Judas Priest Storm costume that I'm not familiar with, but that looks pretty awesome. But yeah, it looks like most of the X-Men are involved. Moon Knight, Ms. Marvel, a bunch of characters, and Jodie Houser's writing it, so I'm sure it's great. This I'm really excited for. Love Everlasting. This is the book that I have been waiting for a while, which is a Tom King creator-owned story. So it's not Tom King writing Batman or writing Miracle Man or writing, Adam Strange. It's his own made-up thing, which I'm always really excited when you see some of the best names in the game get to do, for the first time, their own IP, something that they completely get to control. The art in this is really interesting, too. I don't know how you would describe it, but it has like a faux retro quality to it. Elsa Carretier, I think is the name. But yeah, it's has like a almost... who Bo would be? You Are Here, like Kyle Baker. It looks like Kyle Baker is what it looks like, in the best possible way. But yeah, that's definitely worth checking out if you like. I think Tom King is one of those people who could be like a real literary comic writer when not writing Batman, which he does a great job doing that kind of stuff too. One of my favorites. All right, moving on, because I spent the entire time you spent talking about comics talking about that one book.
Well, it's an important book.
Fair. This is not something I thought I'd be saying this morning, but James Bond, the new James Bond, I'm really excited about, by Dynamite, because it's written by Philip Kennedy Johnson. Philip Kennedy Johnson has been writing Superman, like the Clark Kent Superman of the two, and which has been really good, and the Alien series for Marvel, which has been amazing. Philip Kennedy Johnson's one of those people in the last 2 years who's just kind of blown everyone's expectations away. And if anybody was going to make me like a Bond book, he's one of the people who would be on the list. Also, he's writing this one-shot Dark Crisis, World Without Justice League, Green Lantern. So, this is also Philip Kennedy Johnson, and it ties into Dark Crisis, but it's one shot that you could read, outside of that. But it's got, if you're just a Green Lantern fan, which Green Lantern's been real fun lately, so a lot of those going around. Giant-sized Gwen Stacy. This is really cool. This is a big, long Gwen Stacy story with some beautiful, beautiful art by, I can never pronounce it, Nauk. But it is Elseworlds, Gwen Stacy, a lot of what-if Gwen Stacy kind of packed into one long story. It's really interesting. And I'm looking forward to reading it. This, I just found out today, this Samurai Doggy by Chris Tex and Santos. This book looks amazing. This looks really, really cool. It is very TMNT / cyberpunky looking sort of thing, kind of like TMNT by way of Jonathan Lessman's Gun with Occasional Music, but also super dark, so not for children. This is really violent, but really cool looking, and it's about a samurai dog trying to avenge the death of his mother and litter mates with the help of his robotic raven friend, or robotic vulture friend who saved him. Looks really cool. And then finally, I'm on a big Predator kick because I just watched Prey, and whoo, that's a movie. They made a good Predator movie again. It's been a while. But new Predator comic written by Ed Brisson, who Marvel having all of these licenses back under their roof, or not back under their roof. They're putting some good writers on it. Yeah. They're putting some real talent there. And this one looks like Predator in the future. So Predator contemporaneous with the stuff that's been going on with Alien. I don't know if it actually crosses over, but it seems like it could. Yeah. There's a Weyland-Yutani something in there somewhere. So I'm sure there. Yeah, but that's what I got. Kind of a cool week for comics. A lot of new, interesting, weird stuff, which is my favorite kind of week. Anything you want to talk about before we get out of here?
No.
All right. What are you reading?
Yeah, let us know what you're looking forward to, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah.